Yeah, but then there's like ducks and those ducks over there.
Those white ducks are so pretty.
He wants to be your friend.
I would name him Fred.
So we drove 2 hours yesterday south of Barcelona and kind of got here in the dark, and I've been looking at places to stay, and I had this spot kind of flagged on Google Maps. I knew that it was a free place that you can camp, and there's water and dump if you needed to for a fee, but staying here was free. So we got here just as it was getting dark, and there were already a bunch of people here, but what was really weird is on the way here, I didn't realize that we're driving through all these, like, seemed like farmland at the time, but then later we realized we're driving through all these like former salt pools, kind of like these harvesting pools back in the day when they used to harvest salt from the sea. And it's been since abandoned, or at least not in operation, so it's no longer being used for that, but it's become a nature park. Naturally, it's not like this because it's been built for these kind of salt harvesting back in the day. It's become like a migratory path for a lot of the birds, so it's a big bird watching area now, which Marlene's totally into. We didn't even know about it, and then we came here and we found out that this is what it was. So it was awesome. We were just gonna spend a night and then leave probably sometime in the morning, but now we're gonna hang out for a bit and do a little sightseeing, check out this nature park. And it's on the almost the southernmost edge of Catalonia in Spain. And this is like a lookout tower, presumably for bird watching. So
Dad, there's flamingos over there. If you see them come up for air, they're you can see their flamingo beaks. If I go on the
are they like eating shrimp or something? That's the road we came in on, I think. And then just beyond this restaurant is where we're staying. And the town's over there, as you can see. So all the way from there, the edge of town, all the way here are just these little narrow dirt roads. On the way here, actually, a bunch of cars were leaving, presumably going home after the sunset. So we had a bunch of cars that we had to slow down and just nearly edge around to get out here.
An orange beak, a really long neck like a giraffe. Like a mini giraffe.
Are you looking at a giraffe bird?
I'm looking at a giraffe right now. I see a giraffe. Oh, I see something. I see an albino giraffe. I see that right there is the albino.
Look at the white bird, the egret.
The rare albino.
Did you see the egret? Look at it. It's like looking for
giraffe.
food right now.
That is the rare tiny albino giraffe.
There's a place here called Casa de Fusta, and Fusta in Catalan means wood. I'm assuming that's what that means, is the wooden house. Dates back to 1926, where 3 lords from Barcelona, attracted by a great number of aquatic birds in the marshes, decided to fund a hunting society, which achieved a 10-year concession. They needed to build a house to stay while they're here, so they constructed this removable wooden shelter, which was purchased and brought expressly from Canada at a cost of 350,000 PTA, whatever that currency is. I don't know what that exchanges to in dollars or euros, but check it out. Here's where we are, Casa de Fusta. And then this is a little plot of land that we're at right now, but look at all this kind of lagoon marsh area around us. This is the Information Visitor Center hut. Yeah, so that is the house, the restored wooden house from Canada. It's really interesting why they imported it from Canada. It's almost 100 years old, but they restored it.
What is that? Greenhouse?
Yeah, that house was brought here in 1926.
Canada's really far away.
Really far away. What are you saying in donkey language?
He's saying that he likes rice.
He likes rice. Yeah?
And pinto beans.
Ooh, he's Mexican.
Also, his name is Jeremy.
Really? I don't see his lips move at all.
I can read his mind. He's telling me that his name is Jeremy.
Hello, Jeremy the donkey. We found a swan. Let's go close.
Specifically Swan Solo.
His name is Swan Solo because he's the only swan here. I think we're going to spend another night here at this campground. We met a nice older couple from Holland, and they've been staying here for like 5 days waiting for their friend to show up who's coming tomorrow, and they gave us a lot of good tips on things to do around here. They come down here every year, and also we're going to walk down the other way. There's supposed to be more like overlook towers for bird watching, so by the time we get all that done, it'll probably get too late to leave, so we're just gonna stay another night. But I wanted to talk to you guys I feel like I have to get this off my chest about what happened yesterday. Really, when we pulled into town and we got out of the van, or we set up for the night, we were just making dinner, and I was reading just Facebook posts and Instagram posts and news about what happened with Kobe Bryant yesterday. And the first thing I saw, the news, was somebody on Facebook posted just a really short message about his helicopter going down in Calabasas. And I didn't want to believe it at first. I mean, having lived most of my life in California, even when I was a kid, if I just give you guys a little background, I grew up in Taiwan until I was 12 years old, and I came to the United States in 1989, late 88, early 89. So it was during the Showtime Lakers with Magic Johnson, James Worthy. It was their back-to-back NBA championships, and I was living in Southern California, and I became a big Laker fan right away because of that. I liked basketball, although I was not playing like competitively basketball, but I loved watching it, and I loved the Lakers. I loved the idea that there was this team of amazing athletes that can do these unbelievable physical athletic things that I was watching on TV, and it was the Showtime Lakers. So I became a Laker fan early on in my early teens. And when I was in college, we had the Del Harris era, Nick Van Exel. We had a few good players, but not anybody that really represented what the Showtime Lakers were. Kobe Bryant came on the scene as a 17-year-old and came into the Lakers. And this is when I was already out of college as an adult. And he played for 20 years in the Lakers, and it brought back the same kind of excitement that I had when I was a kid. So even though my original love for the Lakers started back in the late 80s with Magic Johnson, James Worthy, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Byron Scott, and all these guys, like having Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal being on that team, and then later when Shaq left and Kobe kept the Lakers going and winning 5 championships, and basically through my entire adult life I've had Kobe Bryant as a professional athlete that I admired. And even though he's probably you get through a period in your life when as a child you look up to these athletes just for their athletic abilities, and also the way they handled themselves. And Kobe Bryant is somebody who's 3 years younger than me. And he was the first person as an adult that I realized, wow, now here's this person who's 17 years old. Here I am 20 years old, but I'm looking up to this person as a professional athlete and as a competitor that had these traits that I admired. And he became a symbol of LA, Southern California, of the Lakers. 20 years after he played for the Lakers, when he retired in 2017, the place felt different. And even when, I know I'm going on about NBA basketball, which is really the only sport that I sort of follow. I don't watch the NFL. I don't watch the NHL. I don't watch, Major League Baseball. The only professional sport that I keep up with is the NBA. And the only reason for that is because of the Lakers. Because me growing up as a teenager watching the Lakers, and then as an adult having Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal, and the following, like when Pau Gasol and Metta World Peace joined the team, and having that second run at 2 championships, like that was my adult life when it comes to watching professional sports. And when he retired in 2017, it felt different. It felt like that we were going into another slump. And then when LeBron James joined the Lakers last year, and it didn't feel right, it just felt like that, like it still should be Kobe's team. But to find out yesterday that his plane had crashed and that he was killed in his helicopter, in a helicopter crash, flying from Orange County to Thousand Oaks, it was a heavy blow. Just the thought of it, it's nothing compares to what their family is going through, and all 9 people on board and all their families are going through. And then hours later finding out that his 13-year-old daughter Gianna was also on the helicopter with him. And she was somebody that was really carrying on the torch for Kobe Bryant, what he stood for in the athletic world in basketball. And having a 13-year-old daughter myself, and knowing what that's been like, and getting older and feeling, at times feeling my age as somebody in his mid-40s, and you feel more and more each year that mortality is a real thing, and you just want to do the best for your kids. You want them to thrive, and to hear that not just him and also his daughter and his daughter's teammate and her teammates' parents were all on board along with other people, it was shocking. It was shocking. It was unbelievable. I wanted it not to be true. So last night when I was in the van, I was refreshing social media, refreshing news, refreshing YouTube videos, trying to get more information about what's happening, trying to gather more information, just hoping, just a sliver of my mind was hoping that this would all be just bad information, that this was somehow turn out to be untrue, but that was not to be. And as a parent of 3 kids, I don't even personally know this guy, but he's just somebody that is so public, and somebody that is known by people around the world, and you feel like you know him just based on what he represents and what he stands for. And you see him in these last couple of years, like coaching his daughter's basketball team, and seeing the relationship, at least from the public standpoint, he and his 13-year-old daughter, they go to the games together, and you see pictures of them talking and laughing and smiling, like how happy he seemed after he retired from basketball. You felt like there was a lot more to come to Kobe Bryant's life. And to have this happen yesterday was just an unfathomable event. I don't even know what to say. And I just feel like it makes you feel just how fleeting life is and how nothing else really matters besides the people that love you, besides the people that you love. If there's any small quarrels you're having with a friend, a family member that for whatever reason you don't think you can get over it, this is the time to get over it. This is the time to go out and do the thing you love with the people you love. Because life is too short and you don't know what can happen in a blink of an eye. And stuff that happens like this doesn't make any sense. You don't want to believe that this could happen to anybody, but it's true. It can happen to anybody. If it can happen to Kobe Bryant, it can happen to anybody. Yeah, don't wait. If there's any lesson to be learned from something like this tragic event, if there's anything to glean from it, positive or negative, is tell the people you love how you feel and do what you want to do with your life now.
I sincerely appreciate it. No words can describe how I feel about you guys. And thank you from the bottom of my heart. God, I love you guys. And I love you guys. And my family, my wife Vanessa, our daughters Natalia and Gianna, thank you guys for all your sacrifice. For all the hours I spent in the gym working and training. And Vanessa, you holding down the family the way that you have. I can't, there's no way that I can thank you enough for that. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And what can I say? Mamba out.